Welcome back, Figment Quad 4 here. Just going to continue the sort of server tour of what I've been going on here before we get into new projects or anything. So here I am in my original starting base with my storage and all that, my tinkers, still making this clay, making these bricks. I had to make these electrum plates because I'm going to do some steampunk designed buildings and stuff. Inspired by an etho build. I wanted to do steampunk previously to that, but I wasn't sure how to do it. Then I saw etho recently had I can't remember what it's called, Enigmatica 2 I believe, where he has it with Iskal, and so it's this just the two of them on a server with a set of mods called Enigmatica 2, and he started building a steampunk house, and that sort of inspired me because I didn't know what it would look like, and then his looks amazing. And also, if you just go over here and do immersive engineering, a lot of these blocks would look great in steampunk. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Is there's a couple that I want to use all the time. For instance, the sheet metal. This one, electrum sheet metal, is brilliant, along with treated wood. Some of those other things. So he really inspired me. So that's what I've got all these for, is to make those sheet metal things. I got that going, and then I wanted to make bricks. I just think those will be useful for some of the stuff I want to build. Anyway, I guess my big project that I started here was, after this base, I wanted to do something, and I kept mining out this area, and then I decided to mine out a massive area. So if I look at the map here, you can see that's me, and this is a large area that we're mining out. There was a guy that hopped on for a while, Juan Saucer. Don't know if he'll ever come back, but he helped me a lot with this. He set up the beacon at the bottom, and then another player whose name Crazy Girl 2, I think. Oh, I can't remember her name exactly, but anyway, she popped on, and she was mining a bunch of stuff. So she every once in a while will pop on and mine some stuff. This is just sandstone stairs. This is I'm not sure how to explain this the best, so we're just going to run down to the bottom and see. And just so you know, this, bad guys glowing, my tools, that sort of thing. I'll probably do that in the next video. I'll go through my backpack and show you what I've got set up there, because I think it's pretty neat. So the beacon in the middle, I have water there just in case I fall. Maybe it's a little safer. Not likely to help me, but whatever. So I cleared out this 100 by 100 area all the way down at bedrock, as you can see. And I think it's because of Krusty's world painting that this is flat bedrock, which is kind of nice. And we're at Y1, so I think it's just bedrock, and then poof, just the void. It's kind of terrifying. Never really thought about that. I always feel like there's so much earth down below me, and there's just really not. There's just void. Huh. If there's subtitles, it would say shudders right now. I shuddered. Anyway, I mined out this 100 by 100 area, then started doing these step things going up out of it. So this was Juan's nonsense. He was doing some stuff here before he got his own little bases. So basically what's happening is, on the four sides of this thing, it's a giant inverted pyramid, an upside down pyramid, if you can imagine that. So 100 by 100 at the bottom, then stairs going out in the four directions, and these stair-stepping wall things here. Then here in the sandstone stairs, there are little hallways that lead into other areas. So this is a Botania setup that Juan made. It's pretty fantastic. I've done it before on other servers, so I don't feel bad about using his. He didn't mind. So he's got it running all the time, even though he hasn't been on in months. But I just, use it for whatever. Pretty much just use this stuff over here and just let that keep doing its thing. I did build this over here, which just mass produces flowers. Excuse me. So I always have an unlimited supply of all 16 of these, which allow me to get dyes, so I have unlimited dyes. So that's pretty much what that's for. So that's a nice little place. Oh, I use Every once in a while I'll use, the runic altar, or I'll use this. Mostly what I use is this guy right here. This has a conjuration catalyst beneath it. So what happens is you hold something in your hand, and then between this one and this one. So this one, if I drop cobblestone in, it'll give me sand, which is pretty great. And this one, if you drop certain things in, it'll conjure other things. So a lot of times it'll just double something. So if I have some sand, I think that works. Or maybe not. Maybe I just always have to do cobblestone to get sand. But netherrack is one I know that works. If I hold netherrack here and I just drop it into here, it'll double it. Every piece I drop in, it'll give me another one. So I just stand here and just drop it, drop it, drop it. You'll probably see me doing that at some point to get materials for something. It's kind of cheap, but it's a server with mods. That's how it runs. Up here is Juan's base that he made. So he's got this nice little area here, smeltery, chests and stuff. It's pretty nice in here, actually. I like it. Up here, he made his own waystone. He's got these backpacks for different things, but yeah, he's not doing anything. Building, yeah. Oh, and then up there, that one is my, well, I guess I'll just show you. This one has the nether portal here, and this is just my backpack that I wore into the nether, and some junk. I don't know why I have that here. This is from Figcraft, these crystals. Order crystal is the white one. I haven't delved into Figcraft at all, but you can see there's other crystals down here in this cave, and they're just filling this up. So apparently there's a ton of magical essence right here, and I can't do anything about it, as far as I know. I cleared out these crystals from my hallway because I wanted it to look pretty, and then they just grew right back. Apparently it's, I don't know what to do. So there's this tunnel here, so I just decided to put this glass here so that you can see that, so it just becomes this cool like part of it instead of an annoying thing. Anyway, you come through here and then you're in my farm room thing. So that's just right through here. You didn't realize we're that close to it in the last video, but there it was. Oh, sorry. Anyway, that's the idea, is these sandstone stairs with these nice little hallways in them. They're each designed different. You can see, kind of reflect what's in there a little bit maybe, or a little what the design is. Botania has these living rocks and these living rock brick. So I decided to put that as the entrance. Before, I didn't have as much resources as I do now, or I wasn't willing to mass produce some resources. So if I was to do this now, or if I ever stop being lazy and just go back and do it, I might fill this up with, living rock brick stairs, or not stairs. Anyway, so it'd be prettier, but I haven't done that. That's the thing. These giant stepping stair things. Crazy girl decided on this pattern to use. So she's going through, you can see the top half is done, this bottom half still has some to do. I guess she went through and did the netherrack variant using chisel. Chisel's amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen it. You put a brick in there, you can decide other bricks for it to be. It's beautiful. You can see mine's more than halfway used because I use it all the time for stuff. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, and she put these torches here. I don't know how long this took her to make these torches look so beautiful. Oh, and then let's run up to the top here. You can see at the top of the walls are something that I designed and have been building. So I just have this nice little repeating pattern. So it just looks really nice, I think, between her thing, my thing, everything. So once this giant chunk in the middle is mined out, you'll just be able to see all the way to the other side, unless it doesn't render. Don't know. But anyway, it'll be super cool. It's already pretty cool to go to the top, because I have almost the entire top layer mined out. You can see it's still dark in spots because things are... Yeah, you can even see the other side. But you can just see over here is where she's been mining mostly. She sort of does this... I'm not sure what her pattern is, but she's been mining there. I just mined out this whole thing, and then I started mining out the center to reveal the big project I've been working on. So you've got this hole here, goes up, and I've got a city going up there. Eventually the city, just to make sure mob's not attacking me, the city will start at the bottom, and there'll be this giant wall that goes all the way up. You can see the limestone wall there. It'll come up connected here with these giant pillars, and there'll be houses and buildings and stuff built all around it, sticking out off of it. So it should look pretty cool. Then I'm going to do some steampunk stuff on top of that. You know, I haven't completely decided everything about it yet, but that's the general idea. So I need to mine out all this before I can make, you know, the walls and stuff. But there is the top of there, which I could show you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you that. Ow. Okay, it's dark, so let's just go sleep in a bed real quick. Play it safe. Are they attacking each other? Yeah. Oh, no, that's the little mob farm I have, so they're dying. Okay, even better. Alright, so what we do is we go up here, bada bing, bada boom, and there you can see it. So the beacon that comes up in the center, it comes all the way up, and I started building around it, and I have this sort of lore of these people that come settle here around here and then start mining downwards. So you can see there's this limestone wall with these other buildings coming off of it. This is what the whole thing's going to look like all the way down, roughly. And then with more steampunk stuff down on the bottom half below the grass, and then up here being a little nicer. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look, but that's the idea. So the first thing I did was I built this giant limestone wall, and then I put these, I decided these buildings I wanted to have. So like this one, I just came along and set these crates here with these little things here and the labels so that I had easy access. These were all full to begin with. To all these materials so that I didn't have to keep running back to my base. And then I was going to build mostly out of those materials. Then over here I decided to stupid eggs. I decided to build this. You know, if you don't know dispensers, when you push the button it'll dispense a random one of these. So I came up with 9 different things for the walls. When you build a building, these are the 4 things you need. You need a block for the walls, you need a block for the floor, you need a block for accent, so that would be like around the windows and that sort of thing. So these are my accent blocks, and then your roof blocks. So some of these I decided on, let's see, diorite, sandstone, marble, granite, limestone. Those are all ones that I already had. Then I decided I wanted seared stone, but if I wanted to do that, then I needed to build a smeltery over here. And living rock, I needed to make a Botania thing. Same with living wood, which is not a wall option. Andesite, and then stone brick. So those needed furnaces. So then I decided to, you know, build other things to allow for other new blocks so that I had more variety. And every time I was going to build a new building, I'd go down there, push the 4 buttons, and then that would tell me where I was going to build it out of. So I didn't decide to do, what is this, limestone? Limestone with granite with seared brick tops with, what kind of accent does this have? Living rock. I allowed that to decide it for me. But then within that, you can decide, so like the granite, I can use the chisel and make it into anything I want. The living rock, I can use basic living rock, I can make it into the bricks, I can make it into slabs, stairs, whatever. You know, you have a little bit of leniency in there, but it just gives you the idea. So that's why these buildings all look different, because I allowed randomness to decide what was going to take place. These furnaces I have here to make the stone bricks, or to allow, you know, pretending that there's people living here and they're building this thing. you know, they would have had to have these furnaces in order to make the stone bricks for things. So I had to do that before as an option. I made a ton of furnaces. I won't get into that. That's because of my guardian farm. Maybe I'll show you the guardian farm sometime. Maybe I'll work on that and actually get it done. But I was using, how do you call them? Moving, what do you call it with slime block, pistons, flying machines? Is that what they're called? I made flying machines, and then these were to stop the flying machines. That's why I have a ton of furnaces, because it was a huge project. Here's creosote oil in a drum. So here you can see I had put the coal in, made coal coke, filled this with creosote oil, which went there. Used the coal coke in here to smelt a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, I made that for the living rock and everything I needed. You can't see them. There we go. These are pure daisies from Botania. You put stone around them and they'll turn into living rock. Or if you put wood or wood like a log, not planks. So you put wood around them and they'll turn into living wood, which is pretty neat. So right, that's that guy. Let's see what other buildings I decided I needed. This building is a nether portal inside of there. You can't get to it from the outside of the city though. There's no outside door to it. This is a weird idea I had where the roof would be done in such a way that when it rained, all the water would pour down into here and be stored here, so that the city had access to it. They could do whatever they want with it. Just a water supply they could purify and drink, or use it for the crops or whatever. In here you have the smeltery. So what did I have this one smelting? Seared stone. So that's going on in here. Sort of a warehouse feel to that building. Over here I decided I needed storage, so I could throw a bunch of junk in here instead of carrying it around with me all the time. That's what that's about. And this one is for beds, because I needed a place to sleep at night. And then this is the front entrance. So the inside of here used to be just grass, you know, connecting everything. But then I mined it out down to where you saw below. So now you've got these doors. Each of the buildings has an entrance on, not all of them. You know, obviously the nether portal one doesn't have a door on the outside, but all of them have a door on the inside so that you can get from one to the other within. So you can go in or out to get to different places. So like here's that, you know, where the blocks were, it's connected here. Or where the selectors were. All that stuff. So it's all connected via these different things. So you can get around from one building to the other. So you can see all the buildings that I went to. This entrance, this is the sleeping quarters. You can see I've got these giant brick patterns of diorite and granite that go down, and down there is where we were before. There's the giant pit. We were standing right over there. You can't really see it, but that's where we were. So these, eventually the pillars will go all the way to the bottom. I think they're going to change. You know, it'll be this up to a certain level, then some other type of block below it. But this is what will be supposedly supporting the entire structure from falling down or caving in, that giant cave structure below. Actually, I might need more pillars along below in the cavern to keep it from caving in. We'll see. And again, that's just all up to my discretion. Obviously, Minecraft doesn't care, but I care. It just look prettier. So you can see some of the walls of the different buildings sticking through. And then you've got your connections. But anyway, these are actually all hollow, so you can go here. And I've got to be careful because I'll fall. But this is inside this granite block thing. There's a space in between. And some of them allow you to come up. So you can see there's a way up here. Oh, look, there's a creeper down there. Anyway, so this is pretty cool. If you're down there, you can look up and just see outside and everything. And eventually, when this is all done, all the way down to the bottom, I think it'll just be a really cool effect. Looking up and seeing all these buildings, all these walkways and everything connecting in various ways. And I don't know, I think it'll be really neat. I think this is the only one. Yeah. What's this? Oh, this is that storage thing. Only the second floor connects to here. The first floor doesn't have a door in here. Anyway, this ladder here is the only way to get to the villager trading hall, which I think is the last thing I'll show you in this video. But you can see it comes up here. You can look out here. This limestone wall will block the view. It'll go up here, so over here won't have a view after that part's done. But you'll still be able to look over here. And then in here, I decided to go with this look. So here's a bunch of villagers so that you can go through and trade them. Some of them are from mods, like this is from the extra utilities mod. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, again, not complicated, not like Iskel or Mumbo or someone like that. This is just a very basic, you know, go up to them, trade a bunch of nonsense with them, etc. My goal is I wanted mending books, so I'm going to have to go fetch some more librarians. These two are librarians. They're the only ones that are librarians. And just pop them in these holes. I might just kill some of these other ones or move them somewhere else. It's easier. I use the golden lasso. But I will show you that in the next video. There's the sun setting. It's beautiful. You can see the waystone that brought us here. You can see the entrance to my underground cavern, and my house used to be there. There's the sheep house. You can see down in there. So with that, I think I'll end this video. In the next one, I'll show you what's in my backpack. Alright, see you next time.